When I signed up to serve my country and when I volunteered for the front lines, I wasn't signing up or volunteering for VA benefits. I was signing up to serve, to sacrifice, and if needed, to die for my country. But it sure is nice when your body's been broken in many cases and your mind and you're sick, that the VA recognizes that and provides benefits to take care of you and your loved ones. And in this video, I want to share with you the shocking, huge, crazy benefits that you get after you're rated 100% P&T. They will change your life and they will change the life of your family. From a huge monthly compensation jump to special home loan benefits just for 100% P&T, to property tax exemptions in many states, and several more. And I'm going to include some information on how it's affected me and my family, and also some details around each one. And I'm going to drop some information in the description on these so that you can look them up for yourself. I'm a U.S. Marine Gulf War veteran and was rated 100% P&T in January of 2024. So for the last 15 months, I've been able to take advantage of these benefits, and I want to share with you these top 7. You won't want to miss anything. I promise you, stay here all the way to the end. And if you consider subscribing to my new channel, liking this video, leaving me a comment, I've been replying to every single comment 100% that you leave for me, and it's been an honor to get to know you and hear just a small part of your journey. So let's get started. First of all, there's the monthly compensation. So the decision letter comes, you're 100% P&T, you're going to get back pay to your intent to file. And then that compensation is going to start coming in the first of every month. One thing about the United States of America is they take care of their vets. And I want to say that the 100% P&T are very well taken care of. This compensation is tax-free, it's direct deposited, and it's adjusted annually for the upcoming year. I want to cover some numbers. I want to show you the money, okay? So the vet and their spouse, there's all kind, you could add children and parents and whatnot, but I'm just covering vet and spouse. So vet and spouse, if you're 80% service connected, $22.14 a month. If you're 90%, $24.89 a month. At 100%, $4,044 a month. Let's put that in terms of annually. 80%, $26,500. 90%, $29,868. 100%, $48,528. Tax-free, direct deposited, adjusted annually. 2, special benefits for the VA home loan, over and above what all vets get. And this is primarily in the form of an exemption from the VA funding fee. So you're exempt from the funding fee, which can be up to 3.3%. So for an example of a $300,000 home, that could amount to almost a savings of $10,000 for the 100% P&T vet. Also, for all vets, the disability income that you do get counts toward your income to qualify for the loan. But also you can get some housing grants up to $121,812. And some lenders will give P&T, 100% P&T vets, expedited processing. Number 3, property tax exemption in many states, more than half from what I've researched. So I live in Florida, and right after I got my letter for 100%, I found out about this benefit, and I applied for the Homestead Service-Connected Total and Permanent Disability Exemption. And I was approved pretty quickly. And that exempted me from the property tax portion, the annual property tax that gets rolled into my mortgage payment. So that dropped my mortgage payment for the home I had already purchased by $367 or so a month, a total of $4,400 a year from my mortgage. The requirements are 100% P&T, you have to own your own home, and it's for your primary dwelling only. From what I've looked up, 20 other states, so maybe not more than half, but 20 other states have the same or very similar property tax exemptions for the 100% P&T. I'm looking at a map of Florida, all across the Southeast, and then up into Michigan, and a lot of other places. So I'm going to drop a link in the description where you can research that for yourself. But we're only on number 3, property tax exemption, and again, that's by the state. Number 4 is Chant VA. For 100% P&T, you get to partake in the civilian health and medical program of the Department of Veterans Affairs. So as 100% P&T, if you're not already in the VA Healthcare Priority Group 1, you move to Priority Group 1. You get priority for scheduling, you get priority for services, you pay for nothing in VA healthcare. Okay, so as vets, we're taken care of. But what about our spouse? What about our children? So that's where this comes in, the Chant VA. Okay, so if you're not already in TRICARE, you can qualify for the Chant VA. With this, children are eligible until the age of 18 or up to the age of 23 if they're enrolled full-time in school. Stepchildren are also eligible as long as they live in the dwelling of the household of the veteran who's 100% P&T. So let's take a look at these covered services that Chant VA covers. Hospitalization and emergency care, mental health services, outpatient visits and procedures, skilled nursing and hospice care, ambulance transport, medical equipment, and organ transplants. And let me tell you exactly how it works. So as an individual, you'd have a $50 deductible per year, and as a family, $100 deductible per year. And then for all covered services, and those are the services I just read off, which basically it sounds almost everything, Chant VA pays 75%, you pay 25%. Up until you reach $3,000 out of pocket for the year, and then Chant VA pays for everything, 100%. So here's kind of an example. You pay as a family $100 for your deductible, and then you have an ER visit. So basically you're gonna pay, for say it's $1,000 charge. Chant VA is gonna pay $750, and then you're gonna pay $250. Or unless you've reached the $3,000, and then at that point, Chant VA would pay the whole $1,000 for the bill. Number 5, Dependent Education Assistance, DEA, and better known as Chapter 35. This comes from the federal. There's also in many states a state equivalent, a state additional educational benefit. And I want to talk about that for just a second. This is available, the Chapter 35 federally for the veteran's spouse and dependents. And I just want to say personally, this benefit has just been not only life-altering and family-altering, but a legacy benefit for me personally and my family. This has allowed me, as a 100% P&T vet, a Gulf War veteran, Gulf War combat vet, to be able to provide to my son, who's 20-ish, the gift of a college education. And not only the gift of a college education, but a private medical college where he's pursuing a bachelor's degree in nuclear medicine technology. Let me talk a little bit about how it's working for us in this scenario. So the Chapter 35 is going to basically be between, your child needs to be between the ages of 18 and 26 to get approved. And so when they're approved, the amount for a full-time, full enrolled student is $1,536 a month. Now, if they don't go the whole month, it's prorated back. So just keep that in mind. And then in Florida, we have the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, and I know this happens in many other states as well. In Florida, we have something called the Children of Deceased and Disabled Veterans Scholarship. And the child has to be between the ages of 18 and 23 to be approved. And then once they're approved, they're fine. And this pays all the tuition for any in-state accredited university, state institution, junior college, community college, state college, or you can go to a private university and they will pay up to $222 per credit hour. And I think the cap of it is $2,743 a semester. I believe it may be a little bit more. But let me kind of tell you about the bill that my son got for his private medical education, okay? He was finishing up his freshman year in the spring, this past spring of 2025. So his bill was $7,700. Now, back when I went to college, that may have covered almost the whole thing, but it's gone up a lot, okay? So $7,700. And what he got from Chapter 35, the federal VA, over the course of that semester was $5,200. And what he got from the Florida Department of Veterans Affairs, $2,743. So his bill was $7,700. His intake was $7,943. And in his pocket was $243. That's incredible. Now, what you can use this Chapter 35, the federal part, is college or graduate degrees, vocational or technical training. And in the age of this booming AI, technical and vocational training is becoming really important. Apprenticeships, on-the-job training, licensing and certification tests, tutorial assistance and prep courses, and career counseling. If you go half-time for Chapter 35, $890 a month. If you go three-quarter time, $1,214 a month. And for full-time, $1,536 a month. That's only number 5. Number 6, dental care at the VA hospital and community care. This has been huge for me. It doesn't sound very attractive, but it is. It's basically the best dental insurance you can get for the veteran. This is only for the veteran, but it's free. With private dental insurance, and I've had that before, it covers this but not that, and then it covers 20% of this and 80% after 80% of the deductible, or only up to $1,500 and one root canal, and you're done for the year. You're paying everything else out of pocket. Well, the dental care for the 100% P&T vet this is how it works. You basically, no need to go through your primary care doctor. You just contact the VA either through the online portal, contact your dental either through the online portal, or you can call the number. And in the case of an emergency, which I recently had one, you basically are seen by a triage dentist, and then they'll take a look, and if they determine it is what it is, and I've had to do this twice, and they've helped me both times. And what they do is, because they're overrun, they will more than likely farm you out to a community care dentist. So that's exactly what they did for me. And I recently had literally last week, I had a root canal, and then I had to have a crown fitting, and then I had to go back for a third appointment and get the crown cemented on. Okay, and they farmed me out to a community care dentist in the nicest part of the city of where I live. Top-notch endodontist. I left with a t-shirt and a gift bag, and very professional, very kind treatment. And then I've had all of it finished just at actually a couple of days ago is when the crown was cemented on. And the best part of it all is patient responsibility, 0. Would you consider subscribing to my channel, liking this video, sharing it, leaving me a comment? I'll see you on the next video.